This week on The Irish Gardener, it's all about colourful plants in containers. It's summer, which means in the garden it's time for colour in containers. Now, growing plants in window boxes like this, hanging baskets and pots or any type of container is a great way of bringing plants and colour to your outdoor space. Now, the first thing you need to do is choose the container wisely. This is a self-watering window box, which means that it's got a built-in reservoir at the bottom of the container, so that when I'm watering it, I water directly through this tube, which brings the water into that reservoir and the plants take it up through their roots, which is much better than me saturating the foliage and flowers, which can lead to rot. The other thing is, if we get excessive rain, and who knows, we might get excessive rain in this country during the summer, the water is drawn into this reservoir, and if it comes up over the level, it will then drain away itself. It's a great way to grow them, because it means if you're away for a weekend or a couple of days, that you can just soak them before you go and the water will stay there. The second thing then that's so important is to use a good quality compost. Now, using something like this GrowWise Pro 5 is good because there's sustainable nutrients in it and there's already a wetting agent in it, which I don't want too much of because it's self-watering. I also want to use a good quality plant food like this Nature's Safe. Now, that's a plant food that's made entirely from composted plant material. Two tips I was given when I was a small child planting up my first window box and hanging basket were these. First of all, really cram it full of plants. It's not like the real garden where you've time for plants to grow into each other. You want an instant effect, and nothing looks worse than a half full or half empty window box. And the other tip was to really feed it well. If you look at this container, it's going to be sustaining about 12 or 14 plants, right, in a relatively small space. So no matter how good the compost I'm using or how good the plant food I use at the start, it's going to need regular feeding to give those plants the nutrients that they'll need. For a full list of all the plants and materials that I used here, visit our website at theirishgardener.com. But one plant that I really want to bring to your attention is this. It's Bacopa snowflake. It'll produce masses of white flowers, but what's really important is it's great for the pollinators. The bees and the hoverflies love it. Unfortunately, with a lot of these very hybridized bedding plants, they're not great in terms of pollen for the bees. Bacopa snowflake is something that they will love. To stay up to date on what's happening in the world of gardening and for more tips and videos like this, please do follow The Irish Gardener on social media.